Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jesse Lozano from Nerd with Balls, here to give you a little movie review, motherfuckers, of Poltergeist. So we got Sam Rockwell. So, I remember him from The Green Mile. He was the guy who did some fucked up things. But in this movie, I think he really redeemed himself. You saw a lot of sarcasm, you saw a father, you saw an alpha, and you saw somebody who generally was feeling a big type of emotion for his child. I think he really held himself. And we're all waiting for like Carol Ann and all that good stuff. And you know what? This remake, I really think it took a turn. So we got Sam Rockwell playing Eric Bowen. So he has his little daughter playing Madison. So Madison's what we know as Caroline. So now in the flick, it's pretty cool because they just totally took it a different direction. They brought a lot more visual effects. Me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fucking pussy. I don't like scary movies at all. But this took it to a different element. They brought a lot of the old school tricks, loud music, impulse, boom. But when you really see the movie, you see the Poltergeist, they're kind of like fucking dicks. And they took like a little turn, little brother. Little brother was actually very insecure, very alone. He believes that it was his fault that Madison was actually taken. He's like, I should have stayed with her. I know I should have. He's like, but I'm scared. I'm always scared. That's a conflict. They brought like the parapsychologist. You see a new revamp of the old school Alice Dubois, or whatever you want to fucking call her. She was a medium. Now we have this other cat, and he's more like a TV celebrity. And then you find out there's a little bit more ties to him with the parapsychologist team. The actual doctor who's running it, that was his ex-wife. And he goes out there and he does what he has to do for his spirited labor. He's just all about this reality TV series, but he really does have the talents and the tools. And they're like, hey, you're not going to do this. You're not going to be able to videotape it while you're here. And it's a simple fact, this is something that he just knew he had to do. So he tells a little bit about where he's been. You see like his leg, it's a 1-in-1. And his whole thing with that is, hey, there was a demon that was trying to come through and we did what we had to do. I think that was a pretty cool turn. Now, with that being said, when I sit here and I look at this actual flick, I give it like a scale 1 through 10, nerd on. I give it a nerd on. I give it about an 8. It's something you really see. As I said, you got a little brother and he's doing what he's doing, and you actually see his ass sacrifice himself to find Caroline, or aka Madison. He actually goes through the portal. He's like, fuck you guys, everybody's trying to debate who's gonna be the stronger dude. I ain't got time. I gotta redeem myself. I gotta be that man. And he actually jumps in, and at the same time, you see like this whole parallel universe where time and its whole fucking shift is all in the same spot. The same cemetery, all over again. They just took out the fucking gravestones and started building. So this should happen, and all these demons, poltergeists, and lost souls are fucking pissed, and they think that Madison is actually the key to take them to the light. And you just see these beings, these entities and stuff like that, they're just really stacked up on each other. Boom, 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 boom. It's crazy because you see that visual effects and it's like dope. But then when you actually see the actual fucking poltergeist, like there's thousands of them. But it's just CGI. So that kind of took a lot of my fear away. I was like, bitch, you ain't no fucking Michael Bay. This is not even realistic. Whatever, I'm not worried about it. You see a new different type of tar monster that comes out. He's fucking ooey and gooey. I'm like, dude, that's a little too much. This is more like that horror fetish. It's just something to push. And I'm like, nah. But they take a lot of different spins of the old and it's still there. It's an hour-and-a-half movie, but they get it all pretty there. Caroline, or aka Madison, she comes back. Everything's cool, and they're like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. And they're like, Mom, I didn't take them to the other side. They're coming back. So they're in a shithole. The whole car gets broken down, and they bring them back to the fucking building and try to take her. As I said, little brother took her, saved her, brought her back. Everything's cool. Big voodoo dude, he actually sacrificed himself to fucking clear the house. And at the end, they're like, oh no, just keep running. You guys are okay. Voodoo dude doesn't come back. But that's one of the last scenes. They're like, you know what? His beaker that they would watch him on this shit actually starts popping up, and they're like, holy shit, he's back. Maybe part 2? Rockwell and them, you actually see them having a nice family thing. He becomes like a coach, and he's like, all right, cool. They show him the tree, they show him a house, they show him all this crazy stuff, and they're like, yeah, let's go do this. Cool, but the moment that they see fucking 2 stories, tree, looks similar to their old house, they're like, fuck that, we're out. So, I think it's a real good vamping. I think it's something new. I think it's something you should check out. As I said, it's a nerd on in my book. But for all the pussies in the world that are afraid of this shit, yeah, alright. Just make sure that you take a fat chick to hold you, you dig? Poltergeist, poltergeist, poltergeist. Madison. Madison. That's no Carol Ann. Carol Ann, where are you? it really, really did touch my heart. It was something to do because actually every single character you see in this flick, it's very personal. We all been there. We all been somewhere with that vulnerability, that emotional psyche, the fear. You know, you got to go after everything and go toe to toe. So, it's Jesse Lozano from Nerd with Balls, and I'm signing off to say, go see this fucking movie.